Foul and a miss. Tiger Timo, 4. One. Eight. Tiger Timo, 8. One. It's Rusty, 1. 2. Tiger Timo, 2. Three. Foul and a miss. It's Rusty, 3. Tiger Timo, 6. Four.
'Twas in another lifetime, one of toil and blood, when blackness was a virtue, the road was full of mud. I came in from the wilderness, a creature void of form. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm.
9.
And if I pass this way again, you can rest assured I'll always do my best for her, on that I give my word. In a world of steel-eyed death and men who are fighting to be one.
Tiger Timo, 9.
She said, I'll give ya shelter from the storm. Not a word was spoke between us, there was a little risk involved. Everything up to that point had been left unresolved. Try imagining a place where it's always safe and warm. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. I was burned out from exhaustion, buried in the hail, poisoned in the bushes and blown out on the trail. Hunted like a crocodile, ravaged in the corn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Suddenly I turned around and she was standing there, with silver bracelets on her wrists and flowers in her hair. She walked up to me so gracefully and took my crown of thorns. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Now there's a wall between us, something that's been lost.
Foul and a miss. Tiger Timo, 6.
I got my signals crossed. Just pretend till it all began on a non-eventful morn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Well, the deputy walks on hard nails and the preacher rides a mount. But nothing really matters much, it's doom alone that counts. And the one-eyed undertaker, he blows a feudal horn. Come in, she said, I'll give ya shelter from the storm. I've heard newborn babies wailing like a moaning dove, and old men with broken teeth stranded without love. Do I understand your question, man? Is it hopeless and forlorn? Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. In a little hilltop village, they gambled for my clothes. I bargained for salvation and she gave me a lethal dose. I offered up my innocence, I got repaid with scorn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm.
Foul and a miss. It's Rusty 6.
Well, I'm living in a foreign country, but I'm bound to cross the line. Beauty walks a razor's edge, someday I'll make it mine. If I could only turn back the clock to when God and her were born. Come in, she said, I'll give ya shelter from the storm.
Frame conceded. Frame Tiger Timo. Silence please. Frame 2. It's Rusty to break.
See the tree, how big it's grown, but it hasn't been too long. It wasn't big. I laughed at her and she got mad. The first day that she planted it was just a twig. Then the first snow came and she ran out to brush the snow away so it wouldn't die.
1.
Came running in, all excited, slipped and almost hurt herself, and I laughed till I cried. She was always young at heart, kinda dumb and kinda smart, and I loved her so. And I surprised her with a puppy, kept me up all Christmas.
It's Rusty 1.
2 years ago. And it would sure embarrass her when I came in from working late, 'cause I would know that she'd been sitting there and crying over some sad and silly late show. And honey, I miss you, and I'm being good, and I'd love to be with you if only I could. She wrecked the car and she was sad and so afraid that I'd be mad, but what the heck? Though I pretended hard to be, guess you could say she saw through me and hugged my neck. I came home unexpectedly and caught her crying needlessly in the middle of the day. And it was in the early spring when flowers bloom and robins sing, she went away. And honey, I miss you.
2.
And I'm being good, and I'd love to be with you if only I could. One day while I was not at home, while she was there and all alone, the angels came. Now all I have is memories of honey, and I wake up nights and call her name. Now my life's an empty stage where honey lived and honey played and love grew up.
Tiger Timo 2.
And a small cloud passes overhead and cries down on the flower bed that honey loved. And see the tree, how big it's grown, but friend, it hasn't been too long, it wasn't big. And I laughed at her and she got mad. The first day that she planted it was just a twig.
One. Five.
I know I can't take one more step towards you, 'cause all that's waiting is regret. And don't you know I'm not your ghost anymore?
Tiger Timo 5.
I love the most. I learned to live half alive, and now you want me one more time. And who do you think you are, running around leaving scars, collecting your jar of hearts and tearing love apart? You're gonna catch a cold from the ice inside your soul, so don't come back for me. Who do you think you are? I hear you're asking all around if I am anywhere to be found, but
One.
I have grown too strong to ever fall back in your arms. And I learned to live half life, and now you want me one more time. And who do you
Tiger Timo
think you
1.
are, running around leaving scars, collecting your jar of hearts and tearing love apart? You're gonna catch a cold from the ice inside your soul, so don't come back for me. Who do you think you are? It took so long just to feel alright. Remember how to put back the lights in my eyes. I wish I had missed the first time that we kissed, 'cause you broke all your pride. gonna catch a cold from the
two cigarettes in an ashtray. My love and I in a small cafe. Then a stranger came along and everything went wrong. Now there's 3 cigarettes in the ashtray. I watched her take him from me, and his love is no longer my own. Now they are gone, and I sit alone and watch one cigarette burn away. I watched her take him from me, and his love
1.
is no longer my own. Now they are gone, and I sit alone and watch one cigarette burn away.
4. Five.
Two cigarettes in an ashtray.
Tiger Timo, 5.
Crazy, I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue.
1.
I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted, and then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering
It's Rusty, 1.
in the world did I do? Oh, crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying, I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying.
Tiger Timo 1.
I'm crazy for loving you. I fall to pieces each time I see you again.
1.
I fall to pieces. How can I be just your friend? You want me to act like we've never kissed.
Tiger Timo 1.
You want me to forget, pretend we've never met. And I've tried and I've tried, but I haven't yet. You walk by and I fall to pieces.
1.
I fall to pieces each time someone speaks your name. I
It's Rusty 1.
to pieces. Time only adds to the flame. You tell me to find someone else to love, someone who'll love me too, the way you used to do. But each time I go out with someone new, you walk by.
Foul. It's Rusty 7.
I fall to pieces. You walk by and I fall to pieces. Have you ever been lonely? Have you ever been blue? Have you ever loved someone just as I love you? Can't you see that I'm sorry for each mistake I've made? Can't you see I've changed, dear? Can't you see that I've paid? Oh, be a little forgiven. Take me back in your heart. How can I go on living now that we're apart? If you knew what I've been through, you would know why I ask you. Have you ever been lonely? Have you ever been blue? Be a little for Take me back in your heart. How can I go on living now that we're apart? If you knew what I've been through, you would know why I ask you, have you ever been lonely?
5,
Have you ever been blue? 'I go out walking after
6,
midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I walk for miles along the highway.
12,
Well, that's just my way of saying I love you. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I stopped to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow.
Tiger Timo, 12,
He's crying for me. And as the skies turn gloomy, the night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight,
1,
just hoping you may be somewhere a-walking after midnight, searching for me.
7,
I stopped to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies turn gloomy, the night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go out walking
it's Rusty, 7.